been already oriented with our project listen. So this is just a review now because as you well know that we really have to listen. That's why we have Project Dream, as I'm telling, along with Project Listen. Look at that. Okay? Because we have to ask, how can I be better? Isn't it? Because feedback is very important. So along with the video lessons that we will be doing and you have been doing, and after that we need to have feedbacking. After they have been utilized by the learners, we need to have feedback. Do the learners love it? Were they able to learn? Was there an impact in their learning? And that is also being intensified by Ma'am Lay in her speeches at Maura and Tanlungan and Toran a while back, that we really have to have innovations, but these innovations should redound to better improvement and going back to arithmetic, reading, and and 3 R's, reading, arithmetic, and writing. She also appreciated some teachers who let their learners to come to school and teach the learners to read. And so I also told that we have also remedial instruction, only it is online. Okay? Only it is online. And we can still have it, as she told in Talungan, that I'm here and Ma'am Eden is there, so not only 1 meter away, 3 meters. So why not? Get the children in school, but be careful not to violate IATF protocol. If we are brave enough, why not? But it's better that we will go to their home and we can have a class in their homes. Employees actively want to be improving and feedback helps them get better. So with our project drill and our project listen. After listen, we are going to answer the Google thing for our Google survey on our feedback. Why? Because feedback helps you make better decisions. So the result of the feedbacks in our project listen, the issues, the concerns that you are giving us with the solutions, give us now a baseline to decide, to innovate, to do what must have to be done next. And it says there, so that you can do your best work. Isn't it? You can do your best work. So right now, even I'm talking, you can give me feedback later. Were you able to understand what I'm telling? Or was it too fast for me to tackle my topic? Or was it very hard for me? Was it very hard for you to understand or easy? Does it facilitate this one that we are using? Next, feedback makes you a better leader. So all of this, look at that. I repeat, it's not only me who is a leader, it's not only Mama Maricel, but all of us are leaders in our own perspective. So we have to do it. Next. These are the objectives of our project listen. Why? Why this project listen? So this is a work plan of the district and it has to be implemented in all the schools. Okay? Next. The time frame. It has to be in 3 phases, and we have already finished the first phase. We are now doing the second phase. So the first phase, orientation, January 4 to 31. So until today. And the second phase, we will be gathering now the issues. And you had an assignment with me. Still remember? And I'm going to get those answers later. I'm showing you now the part of our plan of our project listen. Okay, next. And I have also added why we have to continue listening effectively. We had already discussed this already in our first meeting. So this is just now a review that we have to listen 55%, we have to speak 25%, we have to write 5%, and we have to read 15%. So here now, we had already finished this. Next. And in the same manner that I've told you before that the messages that we receive and send is being affected by the noise around us. And we have the different kinds of noise. that we have to review. We have the physical noise, we have the psychological noise, we have the physiological noise, the semantic noise, and the cranial noise. As you teach now, as you now utilize our output in Project Dream, isn't it? So as you have the BSXO, as you have the RBI podcast, we have to look into is the competency that we are going to develop, are the activities that we are going to give them affected by physical noise? Or is the child or are the children experiencing from fear, or do they have some worries, do they have problems together with the teacher? Or are they hungry? Are they ill? Or do they have gadgets? Or are you using the right and appropriate languages so that they can understand? And I'm very happy because you are having the synchronous and asynchronous care. And I'm very happy hearing from you. But sometimes, we will try also to encourage our learners to answer us in complete sentences and even simple sentences in accordance to the language of instruction. Next. So, okay, so these are just some of the issues that we have gathered with our project recent. Lack of classroom. So, according to them, what's the solution of that school is to request for additional classroom and ways forward solicitation of funds through joint resolutions addressed to government and non-government and other stakeholders. Another, unsafe school premises. This is in my back portion because of creek. So look, Ma'am Leila also had asked you a while back if you are ready already with the limited face-to-face. She also asked the same question when we were in Maura, and we told her that we are trying our best to ready all our schools with all the different documents, different physical aspects to be ready. So that any time that we will be okay, we will all come back to school siguro. Kaya ready lang tayo. Tapos, people's interest in answering their SLMs. So, the solution, we provide alternative learning modality. And that is where Project Dream now enter here. Okay? So, give recorded audio and video lessons. This can also be here. And then the ways forward is for the intensification of Project Dream, for the establishment of Project Dream room. Isn't it? Project Dream, how do you call that room? Recording studio. So that we can request some amount if it is in your AIP, WFP, and we can also to request some amount from the SEC. Diba? So, this one can also be here and we can give another one. Virtual reading due to poor internet connection in Pagdaya. Provide reading materials, provide video, okay. So, parang ito yung mga dyan na pumasok yung project dream natin. And this one, late submission of modules. Because parents are busy doing farm and other work. Solution, time allotment. Ways forward. What do you think? Can be our ways forward for this issue. What are you doing in school as our ways forward in this issue? May you think?
If they are allowed to come to school, ma'am,
Then,
maybe 2 at a time, 3 at a time.
why not? We can home visit them. Only, it will entail a lot of effort talaga and be careful because of the pandemic situation that we have. So actually, the one now that we will be talking all about is about learning and development, wherein if you are going to use it in master teacher assessment, it will be under organized and managed. But if you are going to use it as a school head, it will be under innovative work plan. So, as you see, this is already approved. Okay? So, this is the endorsement coming from the division office, approved already by our superintendent. So, the first part, that is enough. Sure that, yes, we're going to have the front page. Next. Then we have the letter A. So this is my endorsement. Ano mo doon? Be sure that it has been received. Okay, na-receive siya. And the most important that we have to look into, because this is what they are going to look into during assessment, is the control number. Okay? So, it has been already endorsed, approved, received. Okay? So, we have then third endorsement, second endorsement, and first endorsement. Because it is the school principal, your mom, Maricel will endorse to me, I will also endorse to our superintendent. And then, aside from that, we have now the other parts. We have your letter. So, to whom shall you? To whom shall you address your letter? Address it to your school principal. Do not address it to me. Do not address it to the superintendent because you are just going to endorse. So, only one letter addressed to the school head. Next. Be sure that, okay, this is the letterhead, the ISO letterhead now. And this is a format coming from the division office. And then, siyempre mga yan, next is, ito na, link to other, itong PAPS kasi, PAPS, programs, activities, or projects, activities, programs. Ito, PAPS. So, sa curriculum and learning siya. PAPS, ano? And then, alignment to K-12 priorities, more on quality education under the Order 36 series of 2016-35. This is the conduct of Islam. In the rationale of LND, it is somehow similar to the rationale, or rationale, how you pronounce it, in research. It has to answer the why. Why are you going to do that? What is your baseline? Who are going to help it? How are you going to do it? So in the same manner as I repeat, the rationale of an research, of an action or applied research, is similar to the rationale or rationale of learning and development. We have to answer the 5 W's and 1 H's. Why are you going to have a podcast, learning and development? Okay, so it must have to be here, and always remember that it has to be supported by at least 2 or 3 or 1 RL, review of related initiative. The objectives must have to be attainable. So you are going to attain your objectives, and then the responsible person. So in this, since Shelika is the proponent, siya ang responsible person as chairman. But later on, sa inyo, it will be Ma'am Maricel, kasi yun na yung bago na naman, ano? It will be Ma'am Maricel who will become your chairman, and the rest will be a proponent. So these are the list, and then next, these are now also the trainers. So along with the list of probable participants to our LND, we have the name of the trainees, the position, and then the topic. Along with this, the division office is asking us also to submit the certificates of participation. Certificates of participation of the different trainers to their relevant trainings to qualify them to become a speaker. Okay? So be careful with your certificates, download them. All of you can become speakers. Kung nag-LND ang isa, lahat naman kayo pwede mag-speaker. Okay? And then after that, we have also now the proposal attached to the training matrix. So, those listed under the trainers will also be listed here. So, one of the attachment is the SLE, Structured Learning Episode. SLE or the different topics. So, this is an example. It looks like a lesson plan also on how the speaker is going to explain, is going to discuss the topic assigned to him. So that is SLE. Along with it, these are now the copies of the PowerPoint presentations to be used by the trainers. So you have to attach them on. So I repeat, this is very easy to follow, except explanatory, and all we can do, we can print it out. We can share the soft copies, we can print it out and we can start conceptualizing, and after the inset, we can have it all passed, submit for approval and then for implementation. Because this can also be of great help also to our SBM. Because Ma'am Marcel will not be living without the SBM started. We are looking forward for the SBM level 3 of Aparis National High and ASAT. They will be coming by next week. Next week. Okay, so marami tayong ginagawa. We are very busy.